So what's the purpose of our class today? It's going to be to create brand awareness, and that brand being Dormicaba and Rutherford Controls. We want, to understand you guys, but also we want you to understand what the product is that we're offering, so that way you can put it on your projects, you can work with it every day, and you can find a use. Maybe it'd be in profitability, or even in the durability of a project, or even maybe the warranty. And then we're going to communicate our message. We're going to relay to you what Rutherford Controls is, what they offer, what their products are, how they are different, and how we feel they're better. So during the pandemic, we could not do a lot of these. We held maybe 2 or 3 of these over the entire year, but we as a group, we offer strike training both in person and virtually. We did a ton of virtual trainings last year. A lot of you were on those trainings, but we do offer in-class training and in-class cutout training and things like that. So we interact with you as the customer and also interact with your customers to get those people in and train them on our products and showcase how they are better. So why RCI? What makes it better than HES or Von Duprin? Well, the most noticeable thing that I think that I would like to relay is the price point. RCI or Rutherford Controls has a very aggressive price point, and they create a competitive difference between them and other manufacturers. How do they do this? Well, they are able to do this because they make a lot of this material for other manufacturers. So when you have some of your manufacturers' electric strikes, you're going to notice that they look exactly the same as the products that we provide. And the reason that is because we are providing it for them. So you're really paying for a brand more than paying for a manufacturer's product. All of our products are installer friendly. And what does that mean? Well, here's a sample of one of the products. I've taken it out of the casing that it comes in, but the casing will look something similar to this. It tells you the applications that it can go on, and it gives you a little overview of what it does and things like that. And it looks like, let me focus in here for you. Check this out. So like I was saying, it gives you the basic applications of where it goes. It tells you what it is, what it looks like. And then once you open the box, and this is going to be a different box because I've uncased this one. Once you open the box, this is how it makes it installer friendly. Everything that you need to install this strike, whether it be shims or whether it be changing from 12 or 24 volt, or whether it be if you need security Torx screws or standard Phillips head screws, or so if you can't see what I'm doing, switch over from the presentation, click on my video. It's at the bottom right-hand corner there. And if you're using Torx screws, it comes with a security Torx bit. So that way, everything that you need to install this product comes right in the box. Right out of the box, this material just looks just like a standard electric strike, but it comes, pre-wired and things like that. This one in particular is 24 volt VDC, but if we wanted to switch this to 12 volt VDC, it's right here in the package. The components are high grade. None of the components inside here are plastic, which is a noticeable difference. You get additional, screws and shims and that sort of thing. And you also get installation templates. Now, where you usually see some of the other manufacturers will give you an installation template, it gives you measurements of where to put the material. They give you a hand cutout of exactly where you need to go. And it's perforated around the screw holes So that way you can just knock them out. You can stick this right here on your frame, and you can get this material done, knocked out, drawn out, cut out very quickly. A lot of manufacturers don't do the same thing. We also offer metal templates if you don't like to use the paper. And then strike installation courses, which we just talked about on the previous slide. If your customers or end users do not feel comfortable with switching out the electric strike, I dare you to, or challenge you to challenge them to allow you to provide a sample to them. Let's take this one right here, for example. This is the F2164 from RCI. This is a all-in-one strike that goes for mortise or centerline applications. That would be mortise locks or cylindrical locks. If you're daring, you could even use them in some cases with rim hex, which I don't suggest. You know, but anyways, this strike right here can switch out with the HES 1006 within 5 to 10 minutes. So if you have an HES 1006 already installed, this strike right here will, you know, you can remove the wires, you can pull the strike out, you can put this one back in, rewire it, and it will be up and working the exact same way within 5 minutes. And so I challenge you to challenge your end user or customer to do a switch out and ask me to provide you a sample, because once you do that, you'll see a noticeable difference. And we'll start getting into what those noticeable differences are in the next couple slides. So, how do we know which HES or Von Duprin electric strike we're changing out? Well, in RCI's catalog, and also you know, via email or digital copy, we can provide a strike cross-reference, which cross-references every single manufacturer's strike. So we have Folger Adams, which we're going to do a blown-up view in just 1 second. We have Folger Adams, HES, Von Duprin, and Adams Wright, and we also provide a compatibility chart. So if you have, say, a wood frame and you have a cylindrical lock, but you don't know which one to use, we have a compatibility chart that shows you exactly which one to use. So this is what the blown up view looks like of the electric strike cross-reference. And I will say this, if you don't like to use a form such as this, and you don't want to scroll down and say, okay, I think this is the right one, it might be the right one, but I'm not sure, we got you covered. I will send everyone a link to our cross-reference chart that will do it for you. So you enter in your manufacturer's product, and we will output exactly what you need. So it's very useful. It's a great link, and I'll send it to everyone. So here's what the cross or the reference guide is, the compatibility chart, and what it looks like. So if you look at the left-hand side there, you see the 0161, which is a rim strike. And you know, honestly, I would go to the 0162, because the 0161, I don't even know if that's available anymore or if it's changed. But you can see as you go over that it's compatible with wood, aluminum, hollow metal, and then as you go even further over, you'll see that mortise exit devices, it does not work with. Pullman latch exit devices or rim style exit devices, it does work with. And then cylindrical locks, mortise locks, and then aluminum storefront paddle mortise dead latches. So you will see which ones it does work with and which ones it doesn't work with. And honestly, with, you know, a rim style exit device strike, this is surface mounted, so anything that will latch into the frame and not on a rim strike or a strike such as this will not work with. So a cylindrical lock, a mortise exit device, a mortise lock, things like that. So let's talk about some of the top products. This is the first one that I pulled out of the box. So it's the first one that I'm going to show it to you, show to you again. What makes this strike different than, say, its biggest competitor, which is the HES 1006? The HES 1006 comes with 5,000 different faceplates to go in to different applications. And I think the 1006 CM, it's expensive, but it comes with the most common faceplates. And then, then you can choose which one you're going to use. It has 27 different options. I said 5,000, I was just kidding, but it comes with 27 different options. Ours can do 26 of those 27 options with just the strike and one faceplate. How does it do it? Well, I'm not going to take them out of the box, but it does it with these. So if you see these right here, these basically are different styles of, lock sets, whether it be cylindrical lock, mortise lock, but basically they're shims. And what they do is, if you can see right here, there's basically grooves that go all the way down this. And so I call it a rail system. I don't really know what RCI calls it, but I call it a rail system. And so you take it along this track and you will fit into the shim, whether you have a offset mortise lock, if you have an offset cylindrical lock, maybe you have a cylindrical lock that's not center line or something along those lines with the strike, or if you have a cylindrical lock that is in the center, it will accommodate all of those differences. If you look on the inside here, this right here is for the optional latch bolt monitor. So it's already equipped with the ability right inside of it. And then if you look on the back here, which I'm going to zoom in again so you can see it. There you go. So if you check this out, this information that's right here, that's on the back of the strike, correlates with the exact same information that you would find right here. So this right here is on the packaging itself. It'll tell you everything that goes along with this strike. It tells you, the type of strength that it has. This has, 1,500 pounds of static pressure, 70 pounds of dynamic pressure. So it is similar, it's exactly the same as HES's 1006. The endurance cycle is exactly the same as the HES 1006. The mode that it comes in, standard, is fail secure. If you weren't a part of my basic electrified hardware class and do not know what the differences are between fail safe and fail secure, this is the easiest way that we can describe it. When there's no power, it is locked. When we add power, it is unlocked. So this right here doesn't move whenever there's no power. That's fail secure. If there's power, it will move. It will allow egress or ingress, actually. Fail safe is the opposite of that. When there's zero power, this is open and free. So for stairwell, places like that, we cannot use this because the stairwell door or fire exit or anything that's fire rated has to be self-latching and self-closing. So if you are going to do that, make sure that you're using a fail secure electric strike. But fail safe, when there's no power, this moves. Whenever it does have power, it does not move. The next product that I want to talk to you about is the 8310 multi-mag. I do not have a sample of the magnet, but RCI has some of the best magnets in the business. They're kind of known for their magnets. A lot of people will use HES or Von Duprin for their strikes and then use RCI for their magnetic locks. Magnetic locks, they're always fail safe. So they're not recommended for exterior use or for secure use, excuse me, but they are very popular. These come in a variety of different options. Some of those options will include the security condition indicator. So what the security condition indicator is whenever the magnet is engaged with the door and it's touching, there's contact, it will have a green light and it'll indicate that. But if it is not touching and there's not a good clean contact, then it'll have a red indicator showing that door is ajar. It will also send a message to the access control system saying the exact same thing. Door status sensor. So again, there's a position or there's a strip, a door contact at the end of on the door side where the dry contact is, that when it's touching, it says yes, the door is touching, or no, it is not touching. Those two things correlate together. You don't have to have the SCS and the DSS, or actually you do have to have one or the other. But anyways, the DSS, it tells you, yes, it is touching, it is not touching. It just doesn't show the indicator. It will send a message to the access control system, however. So the DE, or delayed egress, 8310. This right here has an indicator light at the very front of the magnet, and what it does is it will give you an indicator of, is the door ready? Is it is the alarm set, or is it disengaged and needs to be reset? What this is for nursing homes, for hospitals, places like that where you have memory care, where you have psych ward, places such as that. You'll use this magnetic lock to hold that door for 15 seconds prior to the alarm sounding. After that 15 seconds is up, the door will release, an alarm will sound, and then once you have the patient back in, or you reset the door, you'll have to use a key switch to reset it. You can set this for 15 to 30 seconds, so it depending on where you are, the authority having jurisdiction in your area. It is allowable for 15 to up to 30 seconds for the release. Next, we have the 0162. This is the REM panic strike. The 0162 is the 3/4 inch REM strike. What this is comparable to is the 9600 from HES, and it's also comparable to, I can't remember the Von Duprin number off the top of my head for some reason. Anyway, they're REM strike. So what are the differences on this strike compared to HES's? Well, this is my funnest one to talk about differences and comparing. The main difference is the HES 1006 uses a dual solenoid for their gate. And what is the gate? Well, it's that little piece that's in the center that allows the Pullman latch, or the REM strike, or the REM exit device to go through. They use two solenoids, one at the very top, one at the very bottom. We use one. Now, is this better? Is it worse? Well, here's the big deal with HES's 9600, and everybody always complains about it once you use a ton of these electric strikes. The biggest difference is whenever you have those two solenoids, the top one and the bottom one, whenever they release like this, right, up and down. And what happens is this bottom one, over time, debris, metal shavings, and things like that during installation, they get down into the solenoid point, and as it's opening and closing, it will cause restriction inside that. It'll burn up the solenoid, and then what you get is, on that last time, they will open, this one will close, and this one will stay open. And what that's called is dead leg in the industry. And so once you get that dead leg, you have an unsecure opening. So the next time that you go through it, you might not latch. You might have somebody that can pull it open at that point in time, and it makes it a very unsecure application. With RCIs, we only use one solenoid. It's at the top of the opening. So what happens is, whenever this one is engaged, as it opens and closes, it opens up all the time. Any spot for debris, for metal shavings during the installation process, anything like that, any situation where you are going to have any type of debris inside of the solenoid point, it's going to fall down with gravity, and it's going to create longevity for your exit device. What also is good about it is, if it does fail, if your solenoid fails, this will open and allow the release, but then it'll also close and latch back that last time. And once it latches back, it's not going to open again because your solenoid no longer works. So it will stay in the lock position until you have a chance to replace this this strike. This one that I'm holding is the 0163. I don't have a slide showing the 0163. I don't believe. I might. But this is the half-inch version. So for a situation where you have very low clearance and things like that, this is going to be the ideal electric strike for those applications. This does also come with latch bolt monitoring, and it also comes with all the parts pieces and things like that that you're going to need to install the material. They're all going to be in the box right here. So what I think is really cool about RCI is, you know, it's kind of like you're buying something from, you know, from a furniture warehouse and things like that. Whenever you go to install it, you're like, where's that damn Allen wrench at? Well, they put it right in the box. They do it with their 2164. They do it with the 0162, the 0163. They do it with every product that they have. They give you all the pieces that you need to install the material, and I think that's a great benefit. So another thing that I'm going to talk about prior to moving forward, there are a few more slides, but something that I think needs to be noted is the warranty process. Whenever you have other manufacturers' warranty, they're going to tell you something. They're going to tell you two things. One, are you sure that it's broken? But two, if they do finally come to want to warrant the material and give you material, they're going to say, send us the other one back, and then we'll send you one. And if they don't do that, they're going to make you pay for one before sending it out. And then they'll give you a credit or whatever back once the material is done. If we break one of our strikes, leave it on your door. We're going to send you a new one. And then once it's done, if we don't tell you to scrap it in the field, we will tell you to then send it back. We're not going to give you this big hassle and things like that, you know, before trying to get your door or your opening secure again. And so, you know, MagnaCare's warranty, it's not all that it's cracked up to be. So great warranty, durable products, easy to use, easy to install. They're user-friendly as far as their installation instructions and things like that go. And by the way, again, looking at our installation instructions, the material that's on these installation instructions, again, are going to be the same material that's on this box, the same material that's on the back of this material here, and it's going to be the same material that's right here. We try to tie it all together so that way you guys can easily install it. You can put it together, you can put it in the field, and you can worry about things that don't work. Maybe our lock sets, for goodness sake. Which, by the way, we have some of the best lock sets in the industry, but that's a different class. So our number 5 best-selling product, the 8371 Mini Mag. This has up to, I believe, 600 pounds, 750 pounds of holding force. This is just like the 8310, except it's smaller. The Mini Mag is going to be great for gates. It's going to be great for narrow clearance applications and things like that. The Mini Mag also comes with the optional SCS and DSS that we talked about earlier. And now let's talk about an economical strike. So if the all-in-one strike is not the best for you, and you're looking for something economical and you want something easy, then we'll look at the 6 series, the L65U, which is equivalent to HES's 5000 series. This is your low-profile centerline strike, and what this is used for is for cylindrical locks only. Okay, it comes with different faceplates depending on the application that you have in the field, whether you have a wood frame or whether you have an aluminum frame, or if you have, you know, a 4.5-inch strike, which I don't even think they use anymore. We have the options of all that material. The standard is going to be the L, which is the low profile, 65-14. The 14 is going to be the 4 7/8 inch NSI, the NC strike equivalent. This does have a small cutout on the face of the frame, so it's not going to be like the 8000 series from HGS that a lot of people use. It's going to be more like the 5000 series. The cutout is, I believe, 1 inch 3/8 onto the face of the frame, I believe. Anyways, this can accommodate a 1/2 inch or 3/4 inch latch. This has the same functionality as the 2164, but you don't get the the ability to switch between a centerline strike or an offset strike. The holding force of this strike is 1,500 pounds static, just like the 2164 that has 1,500 pounds static. I don't think that it has 70 pounds of dynamic, however. So there are some differences, and you're going to find that the warranty is different as well. The 2164 has a 5-year warranty. The 6500 series or the 6 series has a 3-year warranty. So a little bit different. And then here's the 0163. We talked about this one. The photo is kind of misleading. It looks a little bit different than what it actually looks like whenever you look at it up close. So this is what it actually looks like. What you see right here is the optional latch bolt monitor. That's not installed on this strike itself, this strike right here, but it is optional. And you guys know what a latch bolt monitor is. When the strike is engaged, once the door closes, it will push in that latch bolt monitor, and it'll give a green or a good contact to the access control system saying the door is closed. Once that strike is removed, or excuse me, latch is removed, it will say no, something's wrong. No one had access. What's the deal? So now that we're done with strikes, and I'm blowing right through this, I'm going to talk to you guys about some, or one of our new products. It's the 910TC, and I'm actually going to talk to you about 2 new products that we have, or kind of maybe one's not a new product, but it is a product that a lot of distribution partners haven't seen. But let's talk about the 910TC. This is a touchless switch. What's cool about it is it has an LED illumination on the front that lights up and tells you, once you wave your hand, it changes colors and it says, yes, you have access. But we have paired this with a new auto operator called the ED50, and we call it our touch-to-touchless kit. And what it is our glass division for the longest time had a auto operator that could only be sold to certified installers, and that has changed. This product here has found great use in airports and in schools, in any place, any public area where you want the ability to allow access to persons or to people, customers, personnel, but without touching, especially during 2020. I know things are changing now, but having that ability to limit access, restrict access, or even grant access is still a big deal. But where I'm going with the touch-to-touchless is we now have a solution for you guys that doesn't have to go through a certified installer. You can sell this through distribution. The ED50 is a plug and play, basically, or basic model. If you have 110 above where your auto operator is going to be, you can use this product. All you have to do is plug it in or tie it in, depending on what you want to do. It has it's preset, so once you tie it to your access control system or even tie it to this 910TC, you can wave your hand and utilize this product. So it's a great selling point. It's a great value stream to any of our distribution partners out there, or even any of our end users out there that need a product like this. Ask me about the 910 TC, ask me about the ED50, and even ask me about the touchless solution, because it's a great one. And then here's another product that is new. It's kind of been out there for a few years, but a lot of people don't know about it. This is our vertical rod electric strike. This is for roller latches only. The VR165 is for roller latches only. So any vertical rod exit device or concealed vertical rod that has a roller latch at the top, this can be utilized. So instead of having to pay all the money for a motorized latch retraction or a solenoid ELR solenoid latch retraction, you can utilize a standard mechanical exit device with this exit device strike, and have a high performing door that is less money, that performs the same operation, and in the event of a fire or anything like that, still is mechanically used. Now, if you have a Pullman latch, which is going to be your surface mounted vertical rod, where the latch pulls down and stays down, this right here is going to be the solution for you. The VR165 vertical rod electric strike is designed for Pullman latches. What it does, you can see it has a solenoid at the bottom of it, and I'm going to try to describe this in the best way that I can, but the strike is surface mounted, or the surface mounted portion of the strike. You can see that flat surface. Below it, there's a solenoid, and basically it pushes the plunger to where it's flush, pushing that Pullman latch down, allowing you to have access. Whenever the door closes back, it will re-engage. It'll go back and function just like a standard mechanical exit device. Again, if you have a situation where cost is important, but you would still like access control, hospitals, schools, mass transit areas, things like that, this is going to be the perfect situation for those areas. RL, you had a question, go ahead with it. Yes, there are many latch types. So you definitely want to check with the manufacturer that you're using when trying to incorporate it with these electric strikes. Our electric strikes will accommodate, I would say, 95% of what's out there in the industry. And yes, I do have a list of what it will work with, what it will not work with. After the class, I haven't been sharing the videos like I'm supposed to, and I apologize for that, but after this class, I'll share the video. I'll also share the link to our cross-reference, and I'll share the 2 documents that we discussed earlier that gives you all the information that you're looking for here. So the last item that I want to talk to you about is KeyScan Luna. This is an electric strikes class that's also, has magnetic locks in it. But KeyScan Luna is something that I wanted to talk to you about because I feel that this product is perfect for a distribution partner or even a small mom and pop shop, a locksmith, a small end user who wants to add access control, distribution partner that wants to sell access control but doesn't want to get into, the management portion of selling that material, or even an architect that is wanting to add access control to a building but only has a select number of doors that they want to add it to. This application right here, or solution, will fit up to 1 to 6 openings, and it's perfect for just that. So RL, says, I need to understand what type of access control lock system to design in for the new building that I'm involved in developing. Absolutely. Send me the information that you have, and we can go through it. So KeyScan Luna. What this is if you have a single door or up to 6 doors that you want to have bare bones access control, we use our Aurora operating system, and we've basically dummied it down or stripped it down to allow you just the very basics, and it's free software. So what this does is it is controlled via Wi-Fi. So you connect it to your local Wi-Fi network, you plug it into any outlet that you have, and then you hardwire the material in to the opening that you're looking to control. So why does it pertain to what we're talking about today? Well, we're talking about electric strikes, and this is the perfect situation to talk about those electric strikes. Our electric strikes come with all of the shims that you'll need to take a building or a door that had a standard mechanical lock, and you can cut in and put in an electrified strike into your opening, hardwired into this KeyScan Luna system. Use the provided key fobs or card credentials, and also card readers that we ship with this unit, and you'll have an access control system tied in, easy to use, ready to go, you know, all in this one little kit. So the kit includes the access control controller, which is a single door access control unit, one KeyScan reader, and then one set of card credentials. You then download the free software from our website, which I can provide that to you as well, and you install it at a computer on your in your office, and you have access control. Where is this good, and how does it tie into our class? Well, this solution right here is sold through RCI, and no one knows really about it, and so we stay out of the whole access control game for reasons that are just we just stay out of them. You could infiltrate into small buildings, small applications where customers look for access control without having to manage their software, having to manage their system, just providing this basic unit for less than, this whole entire unit would cost less than what one lock would cost from a major enterprise level access control unit. So inquire about it, ask me about it. Let's talk more about it offline, and let's see how this solution could help you guys. That is all that I have for what we have. Some of the things that I do want to talk to you about is, why do we use other manufacturers over RCI? Are they better? No. Do they provide something that's unique? Absolutely not. Are their products longer lasting, more durable, more cost effective? No. Reach out to me and let's talk about how this solution can change the landscape of not only the access control, but also the profitability of your company. Let's put it into specifications. Let's put it into existing buildings. Let's tie it into some of our access control products. Let's use Dormakaba and the breadth of all the companies that they own to our full ability, and make it to where we can accomplish something that no other manufacturer can. No other manufacturer that's in the industry has the ability to compete with Dormakaba whenever it comes to a complete package of material. No other manufacturer offers every single thing that Dormakaba offers, whether it be industrial style lock sets that have 30 million cycles and going, and the other leading manufacturer is only at 5 million cycles, whether it be access control software where no other manufacturer carries an access control software line, whether it be access control panels. We do it all, and we have the ability to put that into one tight little scope to where it can help you, help your customers, help the end users, help the building become more profitable. So that's all that I have. If you have any questions for me, let me know.